Hi, I'm Annie,
And I'm Kayla.
formerly from the TLC Gypsy Sisters show.
And we are bringing you guys into our very own brand new podcast called the Gossiping Gypsy Sisters, where we're going to discuss everything gypsy and everything that you guys have missed since the show. Also, Annie has a little secret about our show.
We have never watched not one of our episodes, but we're going to be doing it now.
We're going to be watching every single episode that was ever filmed. And as we go and watch them, we're going to be giving you guys our real reactions because we've never watched any of this before now.
And you're going to get to watch it with us as you get to see our reactions.
Yes. I can't even begin to imagine going and really watching this. See, when we were filming, our lives were like so freaking fast, crazy, loud, obnoxious at times. So the reason I've never watched it is because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt it's going to put me back in that moment. And that's a moment of a lot of anxiety. So I give it all these years, myself specifically, because that's how much time I needed before I could actually sit down and watch this shit and make it not put me like this. But I don't
So
know
you
about
got-
streaming. I'm pretty excited to watch. I'm pretty excited to go watch.
Well, I'm excited too. We've had so many fans come up to us. Right now, it's been several years since we've stopped filming, and there's been millions of people still coming up to us, still every day, pictures, questions, and everything in between.
Yeah, if we're not snapping pictures every day, we're answering fan mail or even going live. We still do a lot of live streaming. So be sure to tune in to us because we have a lot to share with you guys because y'all have actually missed out on a lot of things. Everyone, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share this content because it is time for another ride. So buckle up, look for me on TikTok at Gypsy Kayla Williams because we're putting this show back on the road.
The Gossiping Gypsy Sisters.
So since our show last, a lot has went on. I know for me, Annie, as far as like since we finished filming up and life went on, show's done. Like what's been going on your way? What's been happening?
Well, of course, I remarried. Me and Jay divorced. I remarried Benny, brother, which is your husband. Chrislyn had a baby. Lacey's married. Nettie's talking to a little boy. My kids are all growing up on me. I've moved to Tennessee, and of course, we got campers.
And you're a grandma. That's the first. That's like a really, really big change in your life.
I'm a glamour. Glamour lady, glam.
Oh, excuse me, you're the glamour. Yeah, Annie's kicking it with her very first brand new grandbaby. As for me, okay, so going back to where the show stopped, all of my kids were home in school. No one was married. Danielle had eyes on George. They did end up getting together. They got married. They now have two daughters. Um, and then my daughter Kayla ended up falling in love and getting married when she was 16 to Bruce. They had three children, another one on the way right now. Then we have Lexi that totally decided I don't want to marry Gypsy. I want to marry a Gauger, which just means non-Gypsy. Lexi's not legally married, but she's going down that route. That's where she's headed. She's got a baby. I don't think they want any more anytime soon. Then we've got Richie that I thought would never settle down. Ever. I never thought or seen this coming. Richie actually didn't just settle down. He now has his second baby, which is mind blowing to me. This just like once when one gets married, it falls like dominoes. Well, I still got George. George is a ladies' man. He turns 18 in the next several months, and he said he's not looking to settle down. He's looking to sow his wild royal oat, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. So I have a mixture of many different things going on with all of that. Um, let's see, who's Sissy's having a baby now, which is going to make me 9 grandbabies since this show. I can't believe Nettie, of all yours, I'm shocked that Nettie hasn't like tried to take off because she seems like she's definitely got it together, knows what she wants, and I don't know what's holding her back.
She's getting with a gypsy boy. Yeah, I don't see her getting married no time soon, but she definitely knows what she wants. She's 100% want to be married to a gypsy boy. She's awful. I don't know what to do with her. She's so girly girl that she's the one that's got to have all the top line everything in this house. Woo, Carly will take anything from anywhere. But see,
whoever she gets with, he better have a pocket full. All I can say, because she definitely is different. Annie, you remember when we were filming the very first episode? Do you remember me and Nettie, and Laura going camper shopping? Do you remember that? I was going to look at campers because we were building a house and whatnot. Well, who would have ever guessed I wouldn't end up getting a camper then? That I would end up with one with you, and we lived back door to each other.
Brothers.
And married the brothers.
I can't believe that we both ended up marrying brothers.
I know, since the show, we married brothers, bought campers, and lived next door to each other.
Crazy. I couldn't picture not looking out my door and screaming across the yard at you now, like, hello.
I know the whole campground knows who we are, that's for sure, because we're like down in the valley somewhere where you open up your door and wait to hear your voice echo in the valley. That's about how we are. Everyone out here knows us as sisters because we're the loudest sisters in the park. Since the show, we fight just as bad as we did then. It's no different now. Only difference is now I can get my hands on her because we're pretty close.
Hold up.
Too close.
We lot harder, so shut your face.
Being on TV was great. I enjoyed it. I'm a people person anyway, and all the fans that it brought to me, it was just all the more love because I've not had any hate during the show, after the show, or currently. I just don't miss the freaking drama. The drama was some whacked out crack shit. Like, I don't miss that.
That's what I was gonna say.
Life is definitely quiet down.
I don't miss
But in a good way.
Either.
Still fun.
I don't miss the drama either.
Yeah,
I think the only thing I really miss is like all the little family get-togethers. And I know we do them still, but not like we would do it like mainly on the show. But all the get-togethers and the road trips that we took, I really did enjoy those.
Gypsies are very aggressive. Sure, we love to fight. But we always forgive and forget. Until next time.
Don't mess with me and my Gypsy sisters.
It was basically, introducing gypsies to the world and introducing the main cast members of the show, which was myself, Nettie, which is my first cousin, Mellie, which is my first cousin, and Laura, my sister-in-law. Annie, I can't really remember why you were never a part of our very first episode.
Kayla,
Where were you?
remember I was living in North Carolina at the time? I wasn't living in Martinsburg. Yeah.
But you end up coming up and getting in there.
Did, baby doll.
You just missed out on the limo ride. You knew what was going to happen.
Whew, I don't miss that.
It's against the law.
Oh my gosh, help me, Lord Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry. Everybody out.
I'll pretty many. I'm getting in the truck with you can take you want me to run it down the road. I gotta get out of here.
remember way back when I built my house with my kid's father, we was building the house.
Yeah.
We were thinking we didn't really want to rent. We wanted to buy a camper, pull it out on the lot, have no lot rent, build on the property that we bought and were living on. But I didn't even end up doing that. We went camper shopping, and I seen a lot of campers that I like. I took Nettie and Laura along with me so that, you know, they had good taste.
As I was watching the first episode, I noticed you didn't have shoes on when you took your high heels off. What possessed you? What possessed you to take your shoes off, sister?
I'm not shopping comfort today with my heels.
Nettie, she's gonna get
They're coming off.
Girl, I have a vote right now for this podcast too, sister. I just don't like to wear shoes. I like to be footloose and fancy free, okay?
Well, Jay, go get a pedicure, didn't you?
Oh yeah, as soon as my feet hit those rocks that day, it was the very next day off camera that I was getting a pedicure.
In this first episode, there's some pretty ironic scenes, such as Kayla, you rubbing motor oil over your entire body. Ha! Crazy girl.
It ain't just oil. This is high-tech synthetic oil.
Motor oil.
Motor oil.
You're gonna put that on you.
Well, duh. Here, rub my belly first. See how it's making me real shiny? This is like really, really good moisture for your skin. And yeah, I don't know if anything in it is like dangerous to you.
Smell it.
I don't know if it's the safest thing to use or not, but it will definitely give you one hell of a tan. And baby, it did. I won that debate that day with Laura.
That's funny.
She used it did. So back when our mother was much younger, she used to tell me all the time that her and Joanne and Angie and Lottie and all them had actually tanned in motor oil.
That's funny.
Well, if mother tanned in motor oil, I'm gonna tan in motor oil because, I mean, moms know it best, right? Well, she definitely knew it best because it gave me one hell of a tan. Laura's old antique, whatever you want to call it, that baby oil and iodine shit did.
Guys, if you're watching this, do not try motor oil. It's not healthy.
We do not recommend that. One of those things that I want to talk about most from episode 1 is that limo ride. That was a ride to hell that day.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna have to pull over. I'm sorry. This ride is over.
My fun is over. Don't want it. You have ruined my day.
What was the main thing about the whole episode 1 that you really didn't like or drew your attention to it?
The main thing about episode 1 that I did not like was I took time and energy out of my life, my day, my schedule as being a mom and a wife to plan a vacation, a girls' just getaway. And as far as getting hats, like details to planning a day out with the girls, for Mellie's drunk ass to show up at my house the morning that we were due to leave, she showed up hung over. She was wasted. Wow. She was irate. She was no good. Whoever woke her up to come over and do that girls' day trip is who I blame, because her ass should have left at home. Don't show up at my
Did you
door.
see what she done to
That fucked
the
up.
producer? She threw something at the producer, and then she stripped in the limo.
I'm hot as a taking my pants off so you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, help me, Lord Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Mellie's drinking is getting very out of control.
I'm not. There's that thing on. It's not doing nothing. I need some fresh air. You ain't doing no interview. Because I was trying this dumb right here.
No.
Don't tell me that one way and then act another way.
Her name is Animal. She acts like an animal.
I'm not dumb. Don't touch me because I'll punch you in your because I'll take the camera and knock it off your head. Don't look at me.
To hell with Mellie that day. And I knew it wasn't going to last. Because when she started barking and jumping out that limo window, and that limo driver was looking back saying, hey, somebody control her. We can't go down the road like this. She wouldn't listen to me or Nettie. But which I feel like at that very moment going back, I feel like I was trying to stop her more than Nettie was. Nettie was just like, whatever, And I'm like, for real? Did you really show up today just to do this shit? Did you show up to rain on my parade?
Yeah.
I would never do that to anyone else.
So I noticed that she went to Nitty the next morning and apologized. Did she ever get y'all an apology, you and Maura?
Oh no, Annie. Let's back
So
up.
why did she give Nitty an apology and not
They
y'all?
apologize. Because Nettie is the one that got her in the shape that she was in. And she needed Nettie, like she was staying with her, between her and Robbie. So she knew this to call Nettie. She might not have a place to stay. Then the next day or
So
two, Robbie throws her ass out and she has no.
Robbie proposed to her on that episode. I wonder how he felt about having to see that.
I don't think he was too happy about it. I'll tell you where he got pissed the most was, okay, so I ended up getting picked up. I picked up my phone. I phoned a friend. I said, come get me out this motherfucking limo before I lose my mother freaking mind. Oh, that limo driver pulled that car over, and when he did, we started getting out. I looks over. Mellie's demanding that we still go on the day's trip. All she needed was a cheeseburger to sober up. No, she didn't need a cheeseburger. She needed a leather belt put to her ass. And see, I really do get anxiety right now. Watching that episode really give me anxiety like it did back that day. Because going back and reliving that very moment, it makes me so mad. Because you don't take that much time shopping, money, babysitters, to have somebody show up hungover and not even get to make it to the motherfucking destination. We never even made it.
Seen what she had to go meet the lawyer for on that episode, Kayla, about fighting. And then after she walked out from the lawyer, what did she say? That ain't gonna stop me.
Why are you here?
Well, I got into a bar fight, and it led into some bad things.
What's a nice girl like you getting altercations?
It was a long night, and basically, I'll tell you, I'm a gypsy. And gypsies just have like a bad name from traveling place to place. So a lot of people around here don't like them.
All right, we can certainly help you out,
Yes, that's what I need.
but you got to be good.
I promise I will.
Between now and the court date, to get in any trouble, I'm not sure I can help you out too much, all right?
Okay. All right, thank you.
I'll see you soon. Thanks so much.
Of course I'm gonna follow his advice. Until after my court date, until after I get out of trouble. And then if a bitch looks at me wrong, boom, yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to stop her. Okay, well, you want to know what sums all that up? When we started filming, I never knew that Mellie's become an alcoholic. I didn't even know that Mellie was stripping at Vixen's. Had I known those two things, I wouldn't have invited Mellie to go with me to McDonald's, let alone a day trip with the girls. I would have never done that. She turned into a very bad alcoholic. That's what was wrong. That's what drove her to all those insane points that she kept getting to for absolutely no reason. But you know what? Minnie did know all that. So why did Minnie not call me up and say, Kayla, I know you mean well. You're planning a day trip for everybody. Mellie's an alcoholic. She's probably going to destroy it all. One, let's not do this, or two, let's do it, but let's not take Mellie. So I do partially blame Nettie too for not calling me and telling me that Mellie was this out of control. I hadn't been around Mellie, Minnie, or any of them in a long time. I didn't know Mellie was that bad.
I haven't been around them really since the show stopped.
So overall, watching that very first episode, how do you feel about episode number 1, Annie?
All I can say is, wow. You just start a brand new show with a brand new on your very first episode, and it got Mellie destroyed the whole thing.
And you know what? I can only imagine after not watching all these years and seeing some of the stuff that I never seen. Oh my God. Like what in 2, 3, 4, and so forth are we going to see that we never even seen or knew
Mellies.
that we're going to be watching?
Kayla, if I had to give episode 1, season 1 a rating, I'd give it a big fat 0. I hate to know what you felt like being there having to film it.
Well, Annie, you know what? If there is nothing cooking, how are you going to eat dinner? Okay, it's kind of like that. I give it, for entertainment, I give episode 1 a 5.
You're crazy.
And I literally mean entertainment purposes only. I didn't say for me, I said for entertainment. For me to have to be in there and live that day, it was a 0 because it was a total flop. But I'm sure the viewers love that kind of drama. And this wasn't just no made up shit. That was real shit. That was real life drama.
Guess what comes next, Kayla? Episode 102 with our Aunt Lottie Mae, Queen of All Kinds.
Oh, just the name of that one. Just the name of that episode makes me wonder what don't we know about that one? Well, we'll dive in and find out. Be sure to leave your feedback here because we will be answering fan questions as we go from here, guys. Thanks for tuning in with us on the Gossiping Gypsy Sisters podcast.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave all your questions.